One Eastern Kentucky Sheriff's Department hosts a summer camp for kids. And some vacationers say they are feeling warmer water when they take a dip at the beach.
And we'll continue to see the potential for warmer air pushing into the mountains as we head through the next little while. The details coming up as Mountain News First at 4 continues.
Mountain News First at 4 continues.
The Pike County Sheriff's Office is taking the week to work with kids in the area. The 2023 Sheriff's Camp kicked off today with a schedule full of summer fun for students, from fishing to horseback riding to bonding on boats. Those involved say the camp is the county's way of localizing the Kentucky Boys and Girls Ranch.
We can tailor it to what they would want to do. So most kids like water. So all 3 days involves water in one way or the other. So they're not getting burned up and getting a breeze most of the time, especially on the boats.
The kids say it's a fun time for all, and they are looking forward to the rest of the week. We'll have more on this later tonight. Western Albemarle High School's library is working to be accessible to all students. Their librarian and special education teacher receiving one of this year's Shannon Foundation grants, which support innovative programming in local schools. Librarian Lori Linville says she wants all students to access the library's many resources, and Sarah Cole's special education students were not doing that.
It's a place where we create community through activities like game playing or finding things that you're interested in and learning more about that and practically applying them.
Their $750 will be used to make career investigation kits for Cole students to check out and engage them in all the library has to offer. A dozen other grants were handed out. The women say their project adds to the school system's career learning and community initiative.
Plenty of sunshine out there today. It has been absolutely gorgeous all throughout the region. As a matter of fact, let's take a look outside and you'll see exactly what we're talking about. Picture from Buffalo Mountain here in Perry County. Low 80s right now. Just fair weather clouds out there. No big time haze or smoke or anything like that. We'll continue to see temperatures in the low to mid 80s all throughout the region. And I think we'll continue to see the warm air as we head through the next little while. Dew points, yeah, they're a little higher than yesterday. We're closer to those upper 50s. Lower 60s versus the upper 50s region-wide we were dealing with yesterday. So it is a touch muggier, but you notice on satellite and radar, yeah, this is in motion. There's just not a whole lot going on. So your forecast first through the next 12 hours, dropping those temperatures back into the 60s yet again overnight. But the heat returns tomorrow. Details on that in just a few minutes, Steve.
All right, Evan, thank you. The U.S. Air Force has suspended personnel moves and bonuses through the end of the fiscal year. An Air Force official says the suspensions could affect tens of thousands of service members. The branch is facing a funding shortfall driven by higher than expected costs. The Air Force said it needed to take these steps now to avoid exhausting funds dedicated to personnel. Personnel moves are expected to start up again in the new fiscal year beginning on October 1st. The Georgia grand jury handling potential indictments against former President Donald Trump has been selected and sworn in. It took 3 hours to choose the Atlanta area panel. Trump is accused of trying to overturn the 2020 presidential election results in that state. We will have more about this grand jury coming up at 5:30. The first hearing in the classified documents criminal case against former President Trump is set for July 18th. The hearing before federal judge Eileen Cannon will focus on handling classified information in the case and may not be fully public because of the sensitivity of the issues. On Monday, special counsel Jack Smith suggested Trump and co-defendant Walt Nauta were trying to create an unnecessary delay by moving the date from this coming Friday. Former West Virginia University basketball coach Bob Huggins claims he did not resign after he was arrested and charged with DUI in Pittsburgh last month. A statement on the school's athletic website attributed to Huggins says he sent a resignation letter to the school's president and athletic director, but his attorney says Huggins did not resign and wants to return as coach once he completes a rehabilitation program. The trial for a Virginia father charged in the death of his young son began yesterday. In May 2021, Chesterfield police say they found the remains of 51-year-old Caskeen Weaver's son inside a freezer in a home. Investigators reportedly believe Eileen Adon Weaver's remains were in the freezer for nearly 2 years and that he was under the age of 5 when he died. Caskeen Weaver is facing 3 charges, including felony murder and felony child neglect. Police in Erie, Pennsylvania are searching for a man charged with homicide and kidnapping after he escaped from their county jail last Thursday night. It certainly has the community on edge. Marissa Thomas has more.
For those in Warren County, knowing Michael Burm, who escaped Warren County Jail on Thursday, is still believed to be in a wooded area nearby, has them using extra caution.
Every night, you gotta make sure the windows are locked, make sure both doors, front and back doors, are locked.
For Nikki Atkins, not only has she been more vigilant in her personal life, but also at work.
Actually, I work at the hospital, Warren General, and we're under like complete lockdown. So we have to use specific doors. We have to bring our keys everywhere. We can't, so like they have to let us in if we don't have our keys, like you have to knock on the doors or main entrances. You can only use those.
For others, while still being cautious, haven't let the situation alter the way they want to live, whether it be biking or playing ball outside.
Yeah, I don't think anybody, right here at the ball field, there's people walking their dogs and doing their thing. You know, we come down, practice some softball. So I actually live about 2 blocks from the jail where he escaped, and in my backyard, and it's all the wooded area. It's where they say he might be hanging out. But I was in my yard all day, painting windows, mowing my lawn, trimming it, working on my garden. I kept an eye, you know. I had my phone on me, but I'm not going to let it scare me.
Michael Atkins says although he's not too worried, he still hopes Burm is found soon.
I'm going to live my life the way I'm going to live my life, you know. Hopefully nothing happens. Hopefully they catch him soon. And if there are people that are nervous and scared, that it can end it.
Pennsylvania State Police have brought in resources from surrounding areas to help in their search. Scorching hot temperatures in Florida have people flocking to the beaches to cool off, but they are not finding much relief. That's because ocean temperatures are rising. The National Weather Service's parent agency reports the water temperature at one of its buoys near Key Largo reached close to 97 degrees Monday night. That is little relief when the air temperature is only about 10 degrees warmer.
I feel as if the water was pretty cold all the time. Like even in the summer on like some of the hottest days, you still would step into the ocean and feel like, whew, and get that it's pretty cold, but now it feels kind of like a heated pool.
Meteorologists say the ocean temperature is about 4 to 5 degrees warmer than normal across the Gulf of Mexico and southwest Atlantic. A family in West Virginia is wanting answers after their dog was put to sleep by the county animal shelter by mistake. The family says their dog ran away and someone took it to the Putnam County Animal Shelter between Huntington and Charleston. Their county commissioners say they need more time to decide what to do next.
I feel like this probably wasn't the first time this has happened. I'm guessing it's the first time anybody found out about it. Whether it was a mistake or not, regardless, it's incomprehensible. It shouldn't have happened. That dog should have been safe at the shelter.
One shelter volunteer says the facility where she works is understaffed. A new powerful drug is increasingly to blame for overdose deaths across the United States. And on Monday, the White House unveiled a new national strategy to combat deaths from xylazine. The drug is a potent veterinary sedative, and it is usually found mixed with other illegal drugs like fentanyl. Doctors say xylazine lowers a person's blood pressure, breathing, and heart rate to unsafe levels. Coming up on First at 4, Amazon Prime kicked off today. We'll explain what that means if you plan to do some online shopping.
And we continue to watch the mercury rise as we head through the next few days when high pressure starts to move out and storms move in after this.